Alright, as you can see, I am testing the omnilink to power now. I wired this omnilink jack here for DC power, 4 separate channels. In the actual specification for the omnilink, there are 4 independent channels. For the purpose of this experiment, I've wired them all together, so basically there's just one channel, and you can see clearly that these wires are all soldered together. So these all go to the negative and these all go to the positive contacts. So what I'm going to do now is hook up a battery pack, and then making sure those alligator clips don't touch. I built this little thing here earlier. This is another omnilink jack. Basically what I did was I took each channel, each copper channel, and I soldered an LED of a different color in there. And these actually match up with my Ethernet color specifications: orange, blue, green, and brown. I didn't have a brown LED, so for the brown channel I used a yellow LED. So theoretically what should happen when I connect these two omnilinks together is that all of the LEDs will light up, and that will indicate that all 4 power channels are functioning. Alright, so let's get this orientation right just for the sake of the experiment. This is the backwards compatibility parity indicator. Alright, so look at that, we've got all 4 LEDs illuminated. So basically that means that all 4 power channels are working exactly as intended. It's very encouraging. So now in theory, when I finally get around to testing out my Ethernet adapter, it should work, and I should actually be able to get a stable network connection and transfer files over the omnilink. The reason this blue LED isn't quite as bright as the other 3 is because it's a higher voltage LED. You can actually, this is kind of a cool trick that I discovered when I was fucking around with this earlier. Depending on which side of the jack you apply pressure before it's completely put together, you can actually make these lights go on and off. So you can effectively channel power to only one LED if you want. Anyway, pretty cool. And just to show you how this works as intended, basically you can detach the jack and rotate it in basically any orientation, snap it back together, and it's fully operational. Naturally, since this is a prototype, it's not obviously 100%. You can see this flickering a little, so I mean, the level of sophistication here that I'm working with is obviously not industry standard, but good enough for what I'm using it for.